RDA Sports. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. On play action, Cousins. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down the now for getting this inside the 30. Another big play as he'll get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off it? And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna...
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
The Goff and Williams hooking up there for the Lions first. There's Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play fake. Cousins.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Back near the goal line, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw,
can't get away, and he's taken down.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 20.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 3rd down, Cousins dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Cousins now.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
The Vikings sit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but we've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season. Makes a nice catch there.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins to throw it this time. Going right side here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Cousins. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This is caught by Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Goff a handoff here to Swift. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Value three. Listen. Here we go. 76.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, he's airing it out for Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this, and we'll have to wait and see. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Cousins now from the 50. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Cook. Room here to run. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Harris.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Today, Nwangu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 3. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. To throw again on second down. Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Khalif Raymond.
His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw again on second down. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Cook has it left side.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This goes out wide from Madison. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Gone.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Goff. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it if they're going to crowd.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
And I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner, I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
We're good. We're good. Rick Flair. Maverick.
Goff now to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Swift. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hold on. Check.
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift. 62 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Swift. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's
17. To throw is gone. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Nuwanger now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Lions have recovered.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
It's another one.